Hi everyone, I want to welcome you to Let Love Speak. My name is Jacqueline Snyder and today is February the 2nd. Today we're talking about John. He sent me a letter a little while ago and he was trying to come up with some new ideas on how to motivate his sales staff. He has 8 sales reps that are out on the road working for him, and he's tried most of the traditional ways of motivating a sales staff, which is obviously with commissions, having Christmas bonuses, doing some contests and things like that to try and get them to increase their sales and motivate them to try and make bigger sales and add on to their sales. And he said that his sales figures are not changing. And so he sent me a letter to ask me if I had any suggestions about different ways that he could motivate his staff. I happen to have actually quite a bit of sales experience, retail sales experience, and perform very well and have gotten very high grades in my sales. And I know how to make sales, but I also know how to manage sales staff. And so it's interesting that John asked me this question because it is something that I have a fair amount of experience with. But it fits right into my blog video series nonetheless, because it is about creating personal relationships with the people in your life that are genuine and that are honest and that are based on respect, which is of course what I talk about as far as knowing ourselves well, but it works as well, just as well at work as it does at home. Motivating your sales staff isn't really that complicated. One of the things that is the most important ingredient, other than all the other incentives and the regular things that he's offering his staff, is to be aware of each individual sales rep that he has and to know them and to get to know them in a genuine way and not get to know them always talking about work and not walking in the morning and saying, hi Jim, how are you? How was your weekend? Listening to him blah blah and then saying, so, what's on for today? What are you working on? Da, 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 da. No, what I mean is talking to your staff about who they are and getting to know what their life situation is really like. Getting to know what your employees' lives are really like is not only a way of understanding them as individuals and as your employees, but it's also a way of respecting who they are as individuals. And I think that we've all experienced that we are willing to work harder for employers and for people that we respect because they treat us with respect as well. And so this is an important thing for John to keep in mind when he's trying to motivate his sales staff even more. We all need money in our life to pay our bills and to feed ourselves and our children and to go on vacation and to enjoy life, of course. But I think one of the important things to realize and understand is that money is not the driving force behind what most people do and why they do it. And John needs to remember that the incentives, the commission, the bonuses, the Christmas bonuses, and all that sort of thing are a nice perk that he's giving his staff. But the reason why they come to work every day, hopefully, is because they enjoy their job. And if he treats them with respect, they'll be more likely to come to work every day because they feel honored as people. And that's really what this whole blog and video series is about. In our society, we have this opinion that if you have more money that you're automatically happy, all millionaires are happy, all you need is money to be happy, and this is absolutely false. There are lots of unhappy, wealthy people in the world, and money does give you a certain amount of peace of mind, and I'm not discounting that, and having enough, of course, makes you feel safe and secure, but it doesn't make you happy. It doesn't make your relationships good in your life. It doesn't help you get along with your children, your husband, your wife, or your boss, for that. Money is something that is outside of ourselves. It's outside of who we are, and true happiness comes from within. And the quality of the relationships in our lives have a huge influence on how we function in our world and how happy we are as individuals. And we are much more likely to put a huge amount of effort into something and work into something if we feel an ultimate amount of respect and self-respect that we are gaining by doing that. And so John should keep that in mind when he's trying to motivate his staff and help them feel that they deserve the respect that he gives them, and that he believes that they are an extremely valuable part of his business, because that really is the truth, and he needs to communicate that to his staff to help them work even harder to increase his business. So I'd like to thank you for being with me at Let Love Speak today. If you have any comments or issues that you're interested in me talking about on my blog video series, please drop me a line at my email address, which is available on my blog and my website. And always keep in mind that it's important to treat other people with as much respect as you treat yourself. Therefore, looking after yourself should always be your top priority, because however you treat yourself will filter out into the rest of your world. So I wish you a wonderful week, and I will see you all here again next week at Let Love Speak. Bye everyone. Thanks very much for being here.